What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And in today's video, what I want to talk to y'all about is the trading card market, okay? And we have talked a few different times about how you can leverage your fandom, your like for sports, all of these things into like actually turn it into making some money. The last time we talked about the NFTs and the Top Shots and how you could invest in that strategically and creatively at this moment. And today's video, we're talking about trading cards. And I got one of my guys, his name is Sports Inside Angle, and he's somebody who brought this to me a while ago. Like, yo, you need to be looking at trading cards from a content standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint, because the boom is there. And I kind of was like, all right, I'll do it. And what happened is I started going to the market to buy trading cards so I could try to like flip them, and they always sold out at Target, always sold out at Walmart, always sold out in your convenience store, because the market is so hot for them right now. So what I got is my guy. We're gonna talk about this and give you some tips and tricks and all of that stuff on ways that you can get into the trading card market. And then also, if you want to, for me, I'm a LaMelo fan, y'all know that. So I'm looking at ways I can invest in some of these cards when we're looking at a dude who has already been ranked as one of the top 3 players and the guys in the NBA who are under 25. How can we leverage that and be making money long term with that stuff? So we're gonna talk about that. It's your main man, AB the Hero. Let's get into it. Sports Inside Angle. What's happening, man?
What's up, ABZ?
Hey man, it is what it is, man. Out here living that life, man. Trying to get on your level with it. You feel me?
Oh, we all on the same level, brother. We right here together, man. Trying to make it happen. It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man. And you've been a friend of the show for a minute, man. You done came through and dropped knowledge on lots of things. And so I know from us talking, man, you got your hand in a bunch of different things. And literally, we've been on this entrepreneurship kick on this channel for a little bit, just sprinkle it in, you feel me? So we're trying to get a little bit more wet on it, you know, pause. But so let just give the people just a little background on your expertise and some of the ways that you dibble and dabble when it comes to the entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so when we talking entrepreneurship, you know, I think entrepreneurship is, you know, something that doesn't put you in one box. Is, you know, that's why it's such a big word. Is you know, it puts you in a lot of different places. So I mean, a little bit of stuff about me. I've had retail stores. I've you know, real estate. You know, online sales, collectibles, flipping. You know, different stuff like that. So just a little bit about everything, man. When it comes to making it happen, man.
Yeah, that's dope. It's dope. And so I remember it's probably like a couple months ago, we were rapping, and then you introduced to me the playing cards, and you was like, bro, here go the thing I'm on, man. You got to get into it. And what I realized is that I was like, oh, because I have collectible. Since I was a kid, I've collected cards. You know what I'm saying? And I have even over here in my little laboratory a folder of cards that I have from when I was like 8, 9, 10. So I was like, yeah, man, I could get into that. And then so I was like, I'm gonna just go to the Target, I'm gonna go to Walmart and pick up a couple packs here and there. And literally I've been for the last 3 or 4 months completely sold out every time that I go in there. Right. So when I seen that, I'm like, yo, wait a minute. I'm not the only, this people out here who realize. So let me figure out a way to do it. And what I'm realizing is it's kind of like the NFTs, where right now the market's so hot that it's hard to buy a pack of cards and get that initial like kind of cheaper investment. You gotta pick the ones you want and get the individual cards and then let them grow like that. So that's what I wanted to talk about today is kind of like what things folks should look for, what things should I look for as I'm trying to like pick up these individual packs of cards and things of that nature.
Okay. You know what? I'm probably gonna give away a big gold nugget right away. This is gonna save you a lot of time, because, all right, and this is if somebody is really interested in trying to break into selling sports cards, and then trying to keep it on a low end investment at the same time. But you know, with anything, it takes time. You know, Time is the biggest part of anything, right? So when I originally started looking for cars, I was in the same boat you was in, whereas I was going inside a Target, Walmart, and everything, and it was wiped out. So I'm coming back home, and I'm like, man, damn, how can I, I got to figure this thing out. Let's figure it out, because I know they're getting cars in the store. So let's figure this thing out. So what I did was the next day. So this also, I had time. So this would be on a day, or some time when you have free time. I don't know how much free time people have. So because I was making this my purpose, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to break into it. So what I did was I would go into the local Walmart or the Target on this particular day, take a picture and of the other thing. I would come back at like 12 or 1 o'clock, take another picture, see if anything had changed. And I did that for an entire week straight. And finally, I caught the dude coming in the doggone store, stocking the thing. And I sat down with him. I was like, bro, I need to know when you coming, what time you coming, and which stores you go to. And after being courteous with him and kind of doing a little razzle dazzle, I got his route. I was able to get his route. And so I'm just telling y'all, that'll be a way to save y'all a lot of time and energy if that's something y'all interested in. But that's just the grind of it, if you know what I mean. But now, as far as if you're not able to get into that type of pocket, let's just say you live in a rural area, it's not that much access to cards and things of that nature. You don't have a lot of Walmarts, places like that to go pick up card shops, stuff like that. You go online and you start looking around. eBay is probably the largest marketplace where you're gonna see sports cards and collectibles and things of that nature. I think the best thing to do is, first of all, do you like cards? Are you interested in, a specific sport? You know what I mean? Those are the things I would gravitate to, because you're gonna have a more sense of what feels good, what's popular, especially if you're using it as possibly as a business asset, and you're looking at cards not just as I just want to break some card packs open and enjoy that as well, because that's probably the funnest part about collecting cards for me, is ripping open those boxes and opening up packs and just hoping you might get a autographed a LaMelo ball or something like that. So that's the fun part about it. I enjoy it as well. So then I think that allowed me to be able to look at cards for hours and hours and hours and siphon through and see what was good. But if you're just getting into it, I think the best thing to do is find cards that are very inexpensive, but that you can speculate on. But when I say speculate, that means basically you looking at it to basically go up over a period of time. So a lot of rookie cards are going to be what you want to look at. People that are maybe from your hometown, or a place or went to a school that about, that that's not on the radar. A lot of lower round draft picks that have cards out on them. These are the guys you want to look at, that you can take a low risk, maybe spend 20 or 30 bucks and get you 5-10 cards, and then start to kind of just watch them and monitor them and see what's going on from. Then you can move on to doing more advanced, stuff like that.
And that right there, man, that's what I appreciate about like this type of entrepreneurship, right? It is exactly like stuff that you probably already care about, you damn near an expert on anyway. And who is the dude in the area who everybody love, somebody who a bit underrated, because that's the thing is, in every class in the NBA, there's a guy who came late first round, mid first round, second round, who explodes and becomes a dude who they man, look at Draymond.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you have a Draymond Green rookie card, there's probably more value to it now than anybody would have expected when he first got into the league.
Right.
So it's if you
6th round draft pick from Brady card.
Exactly. Like the Tom Brady. So it's like being able to have that insider knowledge on certain things and follow it is just easy to do, right? So obviously everybody right now is on the LaMelo train, because he is hype and is going to be like the rookie of the year. But like these other guys, like the Tyrese Halliburtons, yeah, and I see you got the exactly
Yes, sir.
the Illawarra joint. You know what I'm saying? The Tyrese Halliburtons, the whoever else is later in the draft, man. But I do want to see that because in a second, what I want to do is pull up this eBay and just look through some of this stuff. But I know you got a few cars with you. You know what I'm saying? So if you could show me some of the stuff you got and then like kind of point to some of the stuff that we should look for once we get to the eBay, that'd be dope.
So I think the first thing you want to kind of get an understanding of is how cars are ranked. So you have base cards, and then you have then it starts to go up from there. So basically, if you look at this card, this is a Kyrie Prism from his first year in Brooklyn, and this is a Prism card. So Prism is probably the best card when it comes to basketball. It's probably the top of the line card. But as you can see, it's just a base card. It's got a little shine to it. It's silver, but it's just a base card. Now I'm gonna show you the hollow version of that exact same card. Now, as you can, maybe you can see now, it's a rainbowish tint that is now going across it. So that's a more valuable card than the base card that we were looking at before. That just comes out of the box set. So basically, I think that's a good place to start, understanding that base cards are going to have a lower value than the hollow cards that shine, cards that have different types of reflection on them. This here being a fast break holographic card here. So these different types of refracting, that's what they call it when it makes colors. These are also, they have different color hollow. So this is a green holographic color. If you can see it, I think I'm getting a little reflection off the screen. But yeah, you can see it's green. And so you have different types of refraction. If we look at the Kyle Kuzma, you have cracked ice, which ups the value, depending on the player and the type of card you have. And then you'll even have different colors of the refraction. So it's basically, you'll have different colors like this Rondo here, blue cracked ice. So those different types of refractions and things of that nature will determine what the value of a card is. The player itself is definitely going to determine the most part of the value. Who is this player? How are people perceiving them? But I'm gonna tell you, if you really, when you get to a place where you've bought enough cards and you've dabbled enough, the real thing you find out at the end of the day, that the most effective way to make money or to collect even cards is to have a PSA graded card. When you get these cards graded by PSA, it brings the value of it to an amount that's going to never devalue. This card also, then at this point with the hard case that you're never going to damage this card. So as you can see, this is a Ja Morant rookie card, and it's a Gem Mint 10. So when you start getting Gem Mint 10, that means it's a perfect card. So that card will always go up in value. It'll never decrease in value. So I'm in on Ja Morant now. As you can see, he's prospected to be a pretty good guy, but he's not getting the attention of a Zion and things of that nature, because the Zion is probably worth almost 3 times as much as this card on the open market. So Zion is a bigger figure in the game right now, but I'm expecting Ja to keep growing.
Do you think, like when you're begin to start offloading, right? So if you say you all in on the Ja Morant right now, right?
Right.
Are you waiting to the end of his career to then make that sell, or are you waiting to, let's say all of a sudden Ja Morant is the MVP of the league and his value is through the roof, and you're like, all right, I'm selling. So like if you think of Russell Westbrook, a couple years ago when he was going on that triple-double run, I'm sure his value is probably super high.
Right.
Yeah. So is that when you get rid of it, or you then say, all right, hold on, let me wait until, so like right now, I believe if you probably got like a Michael Jordan rookie card,
right,
it's probably worth a ton. But
Right.
you could have also sold it during the three-peat. You could have also sold it during this summer when they had last summer they had the series show. So like, what do you think is that point where you start to move them?
So here's the thing, and that's one of the fun parts about card flipping, card collecting. Because once you start buying them and you get them in, now you're like, it's like pieces on your chessboard. So now you're watching everything that's kind of going on. You're watching the sales of what are other people selling similar or the same cards for. You're watching news information. You know what I mean? And it's kind of a good feeling. You know what I mean? When you start to feel like, oh, getting euphoric, that's probably around the time. But when you know what I mean? When you're like, oh my God, it's getting crazy. You know what I mean? That's when it's probably time to go ahead and get your money and take a profit from it, because normally after the rise comes the fall. And you know, normally when you get so high, you start feeling like, because that's when I think that's the time to make a move. But some of my pieces, like even what we talking about, the Ja Morant, I'm probably not looking to sell this piece for the next 2 or 3 years unless something dramatic happens. You know what I mean? Where he goes on a 10-game run where he's scoring 40 points a night. You know, and then it just all of a sudden skyrockets, or he goes into the playoffs dropping 40 or 35, 40 a night, and his prices just peak. But then that goes back to the conversation we had a little bit prior to coming on about having applications and analytics that are showing you this thing as it's on its trajectory. You know what I mean?
What that reminds me of is in a bit of the crypto research that I have done, right? One of the things I was listening to somebody say is what you want to do is sell your stuff when it's at the highest peak. And then because whenever it hits an all-time high, it's a good time to sell it. But because the market always goes up and then it goes down a bit and then it goes back up. So when it's at an all-time high, you sell it. Then when it drops down, not obviously won't go. Then you buy again, and then you wait for the new all-time high, and you sell it. And I feel like it's the same thing with these cards. So like Ja Morant going a 10-game run, and his value shoot up, and then next season he get an injury, the value go down, then you come back, have an MVP season. You just can kind of keep reinvesting in that whole same thing. Yeah.
And there you go. And you know, typically when we like a player, we buy multiples of that card of the player. So you'll sell one and you'll hold, you know what I mean, 2 or 3 pieces, you know what I mean? And so you're monitoring the value of each card. But if you want to, for people who are just getting started, Prism, stay in that lane, get you some Prism cards, and just start to watch the game. And it gives me a different type of excitement when I pull my LaMelo Ball cards out while I'm watching the game. I can't even lie. And I'm looking, who all do I have that's in this game? PJ watching it. I pull him out. I got all the opposing players out. You know what I'm saying? And during the game, I'm looking at stats. I'm looking at money moving. I'm looking at everything. And it just adds a totally different experience. It's exciting, and it's also entrepreneurship.
Yeah, nah, that's dope. That's dope. And because that's how I feel when I first got in like fantasy football. And it just added an extra element to the game where I'm like, even if I don't like that team really, I got that player on my squad and now I'm invested. You know what I mean? So it's another, But all right, so what I'm gonna do here, man, is I'm gonna pull up the eBay, and because even just from what you just shared, now looking at this list of stuff on eBay make more sense to me in general. You know what I mean? So I'll pull some of that up, and then we could point some out and then kind of talk about them, and then we'll wrap it up from there. It's got the grading information right there, which is crazy. Let's see, we got the Prism joints here, Panini Prisms, and you see the value of these is 80. So there's some money there, and what I could tell is this one here that says sponsor, this middle card is not so
when
much.
they say sponsor, that mean they using marketing dollars to get to the top of the page.
Yeah, but so what I can see though is it's not graded like you mentioned, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas this top one here is graded as, with the, what did you call it, the grading system?
So you have gem mints, and so they mint them either between I think the lowest grade that they'll mint it at is like a Gem Mint 4. But that's for the older vintage cards. But if you're getting cards that are newer that just came out, you want Gem Mint 10s. Maybe if it's a real expensive card, like a real rare card, you can get away with it being a Gem Mint 9. But for most part, if you want something that has value, it needs to be a PSA 10. And don't go with these other companies, either that grade cards, because theirs are not certified. It's not going to pass as a Gem Mint 10. The only people that are really that are certified is Beckett and PSA. So normally when I would come online, if I'm looking for LaMelo Ball, I would type in LaMelo Ball PSA 10. And then from there, I would see where, what's graded, what's not, what do we have?
So, all right. So I'm looking at this here, and this top card here that looks to be graded, they got it by now for $154, right? It's a Panini Hoops first. Then I scroll down here and I see pretty much it looks like the same card, $14, $17, $20, but these are not graded. Is this $20? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
Is that why this value is associated so high with this card, but these other ones are not there yet?
Yes, sir. Because number one, when you get that card graded by PSA or Beckett, that's going to authenticate that that's a real card. Also, that's going to put it into the system so that card will be registered. You know what I mean? That actual card will be registered. And then if it is graded a Gem Mint 10, then that allows the collector or the person that's going to buy the card to know that that card is a perfect card. That card is perfect. So that means that, because most, a huge percentage, if they print up 1,000 cards, maybe only 100 of them are going to be Gem Mint 10s. PSA and these card grading companies don't even give out that many PSA 10s, because that, then what we were talking about, it changes the value. If they gave out a whole bunch of Gem Mint 10s, then the value of the Gem Mint 10s wouldn't be as valuable.
Gotcha. Okay. I see. And I think that's what, when we were talking about earlier, and I talked about it in my video about the NFTs and the Top Shots, I think that's the other element that makes this seem a bit more like I understand this a bit more, right? Because I already know that they probably printed like, let's call it 1,000 of these cards here, right? But I know that as I look at this one is in the case, is all pristine and nice. I'm looking at this one is not even in a card case, it's just on the table. Right. This one here is on the rug. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever these get minted, and the value of those won't be the same. And as where you got a Top Shot where mine is in my wallet, yours is in your wallet. Like, when it comes to who got the best card, like it's all the same information. It's just which is and it's also kind of like you mentioned with the holographic. It's like, is your card a holographic gem or prism?
Even for those cards that you see, those LaMelo Ball cards, they have a hollow version of those cards. They also have a different color version of those same cards with him in the same pose, but they're just a lot rarer. What's going on right now, the LaMelo Ball market is not going to be that hot because people aren't selling LaMelo Ball cards, because everybody is expecting them to go up. You know what I mean? Especially with him being hurt right now, nobody's really going to want to sell their cards because they know that they're going to probably get bottom level. But here's another thing for those who operate eBay. If you really just want to see where your market is, what's going on, they do have these filters that you can use. I don't know if AB knows how to get straight to them, but they have filters in the corners that will allow you to show what has sold, what is the highest price LaMelo Ball card in the game, what's the lowest price LaMelo Ball card in the game. And so you can probably find a LaMelo Ball card that's worth $1 that next year might be worth 10. So imagine if you buy 20 of those. See, this is where some of the money is that people may not see, on the other ends of the spectrum.
Gotcha. I'm trying to see. I'm hip on what you were just talking about, is being able to find what's sold and all that stuff. I don't know where it's at.
I'm currently doing it on mobile, so let me see. Hold on.
So
I'm normally doing it on mobile.
Nah, bro, we get that's too much info right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We'll come
we
back.
taking
We'll
we
get
taking it too deep.
we get too deep because folks gonna be by the time they end this video, they're gonna be on here. Yeah,
I want to make sure we gave them something good.
yeah. No, I think so. So look, here's the cars that I got ready to go to get purchased right now. You know what I'm saying? This one here, and I had already bid on this one, and when I started bidding, it was like $7. And I had seen the car that we just looked. It's the same, like I'm saying, it's the same car that I had also seen somewhere for like 154. So I was like, $7, let me do it. The bid price ended up going all the way up to $31. But so I was like, I'm gonna just get in there. But so I have some here, a couple lots of LaMelo cards. Some
they got a LaMelo Ball card worth that they trying to sell right now. When he was playing at Chino Hills, a 1-of-1 signature card for $750,000.
50,000, good God.
750. They got a LaMelo Ball. This is the reason why I wanted to show you, because I wanted to show you some of the more holographic cards on Melo. So if you look at the top of the screen up here on your let me see. If you just type in Melo Ball,
I'll go back.
it should be. Let me see. It should be right in the box there. It should be right in that box where you can. I don't know why yours ain't. Yeah.
What else am I looking for?
I just typed in Melo Ball. That's all I typed in.
Okay.
And then, so now you see right there where it say best match in the top right hand corner at the top of your screen.
Yeah.
Now you click right there and click on highest price. See, we taking them into the sauce bag now.
Okay, here we go.
Oh
yeah. I see it here, and then that boy's autographed and everything.
Yeah. Now you see that one below it, and you see that's pretty much one of the same Panini cards that we were looking at before. That's for 69,000, but it's an orange card. It's a wave. That's a wave prism. So it's a rare card, but that's
another 50,000 autograph. 50,000, and I see what you're saying too, because this is the same card as this orange wave, but this is it's something else. You know what I'm saying? It's just a regular reflective joint.
Exactly.
Man, now I feel I should have had LaMelo signing all kind of stuff when I was out there with him.
He would have signed a couple of them BBB jackets.
I'm tripping. Nah, I feel they trying to send out 50. Golly.
Yeah. Melo got he charged. He gonna get a bag now.
Yeah. I see. These autograph joints.
Right.
Clutch.
That's gonna get a lot better when you got autograph cards for the audience. You know what I'm saying? That's those
with the autograph card, right? Is there a difference between like I hand LaMelo a marker, he takes that marker, autographs the card, or like it's like etched into the card type of autograph? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you got three different kinds. You have the ones where what you just spoke on, the latter one, where it's kind of like etched in. That's probably the least valuable. And then you have an on sticker, whereas like this one right here, where you can see like it's basically a sticker that LaMelo might have signed 1,000 stickers for Panini, and Panini put those on specific cards. And so the on sticker one is a lot different. And then you have on card, which is the grail, which is basically the highest end of it, because then now you have it actually a signature on the card that's authenticated. So that's how that works.
All right. I like that. Nah, that's deep. I'm gonna have to work on that. That on card, boy. All right.
It's hard to get an on card. It's way more easy to get your own sticker one. Them on card ones ain't no joke. Them hard to get.
Well, I'm saying if I pull up on Melo sometime, I get him to sign it.
Oh, you won.
All right, bet.
You won, especially if you can get the footage of it.
Yeah. And that take it to the next level. All right, a picture be like, yo, all right, I got that. That's a mission of mine for the next year. I was hoping they just played in Indiana the other night, so I was hoping he was on at least even come to the game. But then I realized he didn't even travel with them here, so I didn't even mess with it.
Yeah.
So look at this real quick. Then I'm gonna let you go. So like, I'm looking at this one here as a Panini. You know what I'm saying? These other cards, you said to focus on the Panini.
All the cards are Panini, but they just have different. So they have different releases from Panini. So you'll have Panini Select, you'll have Panini Prism, you'll have, Contenders, you'll have Chronicles. But the Panini Prism is the NBA of, it's like the best, the creme de la creme, or the most accepted, or the cards that have the most value. The Prism cards. Prism cards. Optic as well. Donruss. See, like GMA, we don't know who that is. That's somebody who just bought a case and put it in there and called it a Gem Mint 10. That's not going to be recognized by any real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to accept that and say, oh, okay. And we don't even know who made that card. That might not even be a Panini card. It might just be a custom card that he made on his own.
Okay, all right.
You have to look for that too. Because people will just make cards and put them out for LaMelo Ball.
I see. So like that's the type of stuff that card is something that I probably shouldn't spend my money on.
No. Like this pack right here might not even, this probably is a custom pack. This probably some stuff that somebody made. They're going to print them out for you. Those aren't going to hold any type of value. They nice cards if you're just a collector. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to hold any value because they're not coming from any authorized maker of basketball cards.
I got you.
You want to be looking. This is what I would do. I would start with LaMelo Ball rookie cards, right? So you see that now. If you see at the bottom, Panini Instant. So that's letting you know we are a part. You see what I'm saying? But that's some type of digital card. I think that's a digital card. A Panini Instant. I don't even think that's a real card. Maybe it is though. Maybe it is. But oh no, that's what it's called, an instant. Okay, it's a Panini Instant. But I would type in LaMelo Ball rookie cards, right? And then I would type in buy now, and then I would start at the lowest price cards that they have for Melo Ball, and I will work my way. You know what I mean? Because that's going to give you the least resistance, and by the time you get halfway up the list, you'll kind of have a feel for, what's coming down the lane, and what you really want to be spending your money on.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? See, I'm starting right there at the dollar. See, that same card you were just looking at, I think they're $2. Oh, that's a digital card for $2.
Yeah.
But
what's a digital card? Is that that's like the Top Shot joint?
Yeah, they got a Panini Dunk app that they use, and you can play cards and all that on there, trade cards and things like that.
Gotcha. This is all right.
But even that is exposing you to something else, digital cards, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But it'll give you a real good sense of what you're seeing. See, there go that card right there, $3.99. Oh, that's a sticker. But throughout that's the way I start my research every time. If I'm looking for a particular player, I want to see what's the bottom of his, what's the bottom. There's that card I got right there. Yeah, that's not made by an authorized dealer. That's somebody who just made a LaMelo, who's making LaMelo Ball cards. I found the card to be nice. I like it. I'm a collector. So I bought these not to get no whole bunch of value, but to say, look, I got an original Illawarra, because they won't be printing these in the next couple of years. And people won't have cards of him playing in this uniform. Yeah. And I think this is a big part of his career. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. No, I dig that. All right, I'm gonna do some research over here. Let me get this on the screen. But nah, man, I feel like that's a lot of value, bro. It's a lot of value here, man. So look, if y'all watching, y'all still here to this point, man, make sure y'all go to my man Sports Inside Angle, hit his channel, hit the other channel. Tell them what's the crypto
Oh yeah,
channel.
I have another channel I'm just getting going. It's called the Crypto News Analyst, where we're talking about everything from Bitcoin to NFTs, all that stuff like that, giving you value on that end, entrepreneurship once again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So if y'all appreciate that, man, definitely go follow my man here. I appreciate it, man. Definitely hit the like button on this video, subscribe, do all of the things that you got to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro. That was dope, man. That's a lot of game. That's a lot of game right there. Yeah. So
appreciate you for having me. I enjoy it, man. I get a high. This is my high, man. Talking about different type of business and things that I enjoy doing. You know what I mean?
yeah, nah, I feel you too, man. And like we were talking about, for me, this stuff gets important because I'm ready to make a move. You know what I mean? Where I just want to be able to because I get the same high, and I'd rather spend my time chasing this high to make money than to be going and clocking in somewhere and then be stressed out over whatever trying to get the bag. You know what I mean? That way. Exactly.
Right. Oh, I get it. Sure.
Yeah. But all right, man. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We finna get up out of here.